Hello, good evening, and welcome in to the ARMA Team League Season 4, Week 6. With you tonight is Veggie and Cheese returning back to the
Yes.
commentary desk. Welcome in, everybody. We're really bringing into the meat of the end of the series, or the season rather. Week 6 is the beginning of the 5 games per week. So yeah, tomorrow's night's games will be running an extra hour longer. But yeah, with 3 weeks left, now's really the time for the teams to try and start fighting for those top 8 spots. Right now, Junk and Sumo does have the 8th spot, but there is a bit of a gap up to 7th.
Yeah, I mean, it only felt like it was a couple weeks ago where it's just the beginning of the season. Teams have got a lot of time to catch up, but here we are in week 6, I guess it's just over halfway, so teams do actually still have a lot of games. Even teams at the bottom, like Oishikanare and FA Agents, we saw a massive first place from Junk and Sumo last weekend, which brought them from 13th all the way into the top 8. So really, anything can happen, and any of the teams really from 3rd till 7th are going to be fighting to stay in the positives.
Yeah, exactly. Even just looking at the FA agents who are in last currently, that's basically 3 average first place from top 8. Like 50 points per win will get you, will raise the deficit more or less. And those are just average first place. As you said, we saw Gen Consumer with a 120 point swing last week. So, it's more than doable. Everyone's still in it with for the fight. That's for sure. The only team I'd say is probably safe is Riichi Fingers as well. Tanya Sensation most likely, but 270 points. It's a lot, but it's not it's not invulnerable.
Yeah, bearing an absolute disaster, Ichirichi Fingers should be safe in the top 8.
Yeah. With that, we're going into the games this evening. We will be watching the first table for both games. I believe is what you mentioned to me earlier. Yep. So we're beginning with this first game with Champon, Tanya Sensation, Junkin Ron, and Riichi Fingers. And then the second game with Junkin Sumo, Furitan Double Reach, Itsu Anko, and the Crimson Wanderers. Hold up, give me a moment, because my Photoshop is really upset me today, because I haven't bought the license yet. But yeah, specifically with this first game, we'll be looking to see Champon and Junkin run to try and get first to recover the position, basically. Whereas Tanya Sensation, Riichi Fingers obviously first and second, so a little less to demands on them in this one specific game, but not so much for the other teams, the other two. So let me fix up the seeding order.
Yep, just dealing with some admin issues since we don't have a player from one of the other tables.
We're missing one. That's unfortunate. Our game is obviously, as you can see, we're good to go. But yeah, bear with me, stream, and I will be back paying full attention momentarily. Just to fix up the seating order so that you guys have all of the right information. Like so. Do the same thing here. Cyber and Jace is what we were going forward to play from Champon, right?
Yep.
There we go. All done. So yeah, we'll be starting with Riichi Fingers with the first dealership. Obviously, the first dealership could be a little bit important because that really sort of sets the whole Hanchan up. So we'll have to see how Frisky manages it. There we go.
Should be starting pretty shortly.
Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Oh, that's not what I wanted to
Whoa,
do.
look at that hand from Pezzy.
That's a crazy start for Pezzy. The option,
Shanten with Sananko
yeah,
and Yaku High. We can see the loose Hakus both in Frisky and Jace's hand. I'd imagine he'll just take the pawn and Tempai with 3 Han. Oh, but this is
that's
a
interesting.
bit interesting, yeah. I think normally you might just throw back the 4 man, since if you draw the 3 or 6 pin, then you'll have a roundman.
Yeah, no, it makes sense most efficiently to do it that. I guess the only consideration would be to try and maybe go for a toy, but it's obviously quite slow. But yeah, Tempai already leading on the 4 pin, 5 pin, 2 left of the wall.
Will be interesting to see what Pezzy decides to do if, well, if they get a 6. Yeah, if they get a 3 or a 6 pin.
Obviously, you can still keep Tempai if you get that, but then you've just cut your Han down by 1. It's not quite ideal. This was the other thing I was thinking. Do you want to maybe go for the toy? But no, it is quite slow.
Oh, do you go for the card? No. just your Haku, Hatsu, Aka, Tempai.
Yeah, it's still very good, and the players won't be expecting the Tempai right after the first pawn either. So you might see a loose middle tile come out pretty quickly. You know, for example, Cyber's got, a San Menchan shape. It's Tempai actually, right?
Yeah, 369 pin.
Yeah. So we'd probably see that get shook loose pretty easily. That's an
3 pin
Shanten.
might come out from Frisky, and it does.
It does, yeah.
Deals into the 1 Han.
Yep, which is the better outcome definitely for Frisky, who was unknowingly already at a Tempai with 3 Han to their right, but we go straight into East 2 very quickly. With Cyber winning just a simple, shot only 1k.
These are some pretty disgusting opening hands from everyone. Like, everyone with like 4 or 5 honors, and Pezzy probably has the best of it, which is good on his dealership.
Got, the more nicer looking hand out of the 3, it seems. Sorry, the 4. Yeah, both Cyber and Frisky just with a lot of loose honors, as you mentioned. With the 8-man, the Cyber threw immediately. I didn't know what they were going to do. They were going to maybe push for a Kokushi. It's a bit slow, but no, obviously not.
Yeah, I think it was like if I draw 1 more next turn, then I may go for it.
Yeah.
Hands develop quite nicely here for Frisky.
Frisky
can even end up discarding the Souths for Tanya.
For Tanya, and then obviously the North being the Dora, holding on to it for now, but we'll probably end up throwing it. Cyber with 2 Norths, but unable to call as it would leave them currently without a Yaku. Pin.
Frisky here, not wanting to drop the North.
Yeah. It feels... if you draw another North, then you can make that your pair, obviously. But it feels a bit awkward, maybe sacrificing a little bit of efficiency early on.
Oh, that's Tempai for Jace. I can't imagine he'll take the Shan pawn because both E's are actually out. Oh, he does. But he can always just switch out for a Cheetoy once he draws another tile.
That is true. If he finds another tile like this Hatsu that he might
Ooh,
like a bit
Jigoku
more.
Tanki.
Yeah, Jigoku. So only one left in the wall. Does Dama that for now.
Ishan 10 for Frisky.
Yep.
And same for Pezzy with a really nice Pinfu Dora with an Ipeko chance.
Yep. Early on, Pezzy managed to find that 7 pin, which saved that entire shape. Giving him just the flexibility to work with. Frisky also just missing out on a Sanshoku here as well. Senpai.
4-7 so, which is 2 left. 1 of each,
2
I believe.
left, yeah. 1 of each left in the wall. So obviously this is something that sort of you come to expect when you reach on these middle tiles. But obviously it will put a bit of I won't say stress, but yeah, obviously make the other players work to keep their hands. You know, Frisky's obviously had to throw the salves for a bit more of safety.
Yeah, we saw Jay switch over to the 1-man, and now on that 5-so draw decides it's Nimagiri Riichi.
Yep.
I was gonna say before he Riichi'd that the 1-man might come out from Cyber as he was running out of save tiles. But I think with the Riichi now, that 1-man's not gonna come out. Instead, the 4-so gets drawn by Jay, stealing it to the Riichi Pinfu Dora of Pezzy.
Riichi Pinfu Dora for a nice 330 pickup. And we'll retain the dealership and go again. And another great opening game for them. This is very fast. We'll, at this stage, probably miss out on one of either the East or the Hatsu. So ideally, you'd like to see the East.
Yeah, we do see both of them in Frisky's hand. Might even pivot towards the Honetsu.
Yeah,
if they want to full commit, they could drop the 6-pin right now. But decides to go with the Jin.
Just trying to see. Obviously, this is a very fast starting hand. That might seal the Honetsu. That is Ishan 10.
No, it's not quite.
No, it's not.
Too
quite,
many blocks.
It feels like it's too many blocks.
Too many
Jace isn't far behind, but does have a penchant to feel. A couple other shapes left as well. And so now you have the choice of which block to cut.
I think Pezzy was thinking about cheating that 1-so, but I wouldn't have been a big fan of it. Because that signals that you're looking for some Yakuhai. We might actually see them come out here from Frisky, going for that Tanyao.
Yep.
So Tenpai for double Ton, waiting on the 1-4-man.
Which is
5 of which are inside. Yeah, 5 blocked in Cyber's hand. Though they are Ishan 10 for Cheeto right now, so if they do draw a 2 or a 3-so, I'm almost certain he's gonna deal in. Hatsu is past.
Yeah, that was the interesting question, is do you take the Hatsu and then Tanki, the 2 or 3-man? But the double East is pretty good.
And the 1-4-man wait would typically be really good.
Yeah. Dora draw for Pezzy here.
Just have to let it go at this point. Not much you can do with it. But
Okay, the holds onto it.
oh, and does get the Hatsu pawn. I was gonna say that if you wanted to like go for a 2-pin Tanki, it would have been better to drop the Hatsu pair since you already passed 1.
Yeah. That is true. This does add quite a bit of value to the hand if you can win it, but obviously the Dora Tanki is pretty high roll.
So we actually see Cyber anchored up the 1-month as well. So he's actually Ishan turned for a Suanko.
Suanko, yes.
There's a 3-pin. Both?
And
Or 1 8-man.
And 1 5.
And 1
so,
5, so yeah.
So not bad as tempo for Jace. On the 2 5.
Does get the pin through, which is nice.
Yeah, the hand had a couple of difficult shapes to fill, but he did manage to find them. Oh, and there is a 5 into Cyber's hand on the Patsu.
Oh, and that's a 2 in Pezzy's, and I can't imagine him keeping it.
Nah. The other option is to throw the 2-pin or just somehow fold entirely. So, yeah, it comes out. Cheap in Fedora. Pezzy returns some of the points they took in the previous hand.
What is with
another
Pezzy's
nice hand?
Starting hand?
Yeah. So Pezzy with another great starting hand. Frisky's isn't too bad either. Cyber's has the Haku pair, which they can call early on if they find the loose one maybe from Frisky. But yeah, Pezzy has a decision now.
I think he can just drop the North.
Yeah, North would have been, I think, a little bit better over the Hatsu here, but... Well, not even a little better, a lot better. Would have perhaps liked to see a more commit towards one Honitsu or the other. Okay. Just keeping the speed, I suppose. We'll be reliant on drawing the... pawning the east, rather. In the meantime, Cyber's picked up a pair of Chun to go their Haku.
And Frisky has one of each again.
One of each, yeah. And that could be a little bit the danger of holding on to loose Dragon Tiles for too long.
I think he'll drop the other one now. Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty natural.
Ishan 10 for Jace with 2 Arca and a pin through chance.
Yep. Ishan 10 also for Frisky.
Kutsuki on the 5-man 6-pin.
Yep.
Oh, Ipeiko now as well.
Yeah. Ipeiko chances now for Jace would up the value of the hand. To go with the Dora they've got.
Oh, that is
worst.
Tempai.
Yeah.
Well, you do have the Dora weight at least, so 6 and 8 pin is actually all live in the wall, so actually quite a nice weight.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect, obviously, the Dora, the salvage drawn right up 3. Pezzy throws the first one. Wonder why they've chosen to keep onto the north, just for safety, I suppose. There is 1 to 6 pins.
Oh, and Jay selecting to pretty much fully fold. Fully drop. Okay.
Yeah, unwilling to put the 9 pin in and... other tiles. Yeah, 6 months, yeah. Complete commit to the fold here for Jace.
Oh, that's the East triple up for Pezzy. We'll see if they want to keep pushing their hand. No.
So yeah, Pezzy's out as well. So we'll be looking for a Sumo, most likely. Or...
Still both the Doras in the wall.
Yeah, so now you see a lot of 7-mans already in the discards. Sorry, 7 pins. In fact, the last one is the indicator, obviously, so... Where are all the 8-mans? Cyber working closer to a 10 pie. There is one 8-pin. And there's the other.
So we'll see if Cyber can connect to that 8-pin. Though I'm not sure if they can even throw the Arca 5, so they might just be lost the fold.
9 pins and 7 pins are all gone. And obviously the 8 pins, so... That'll be that.
Still 1 6-pin left.
Yeah, still the last 6-pin. It's always the worst feeling when you get such an early Riichi on and there's nothing.
So it looks like Ryukyoku just
Yeah,
for Frisky.
Rikaku, Cyber couldn't even Khan the last Haku. It was the Hote. So we will go to East 4 since Cyber was not Tenpai. So Jace with a pretty good starting hand. Got Dora, you've got a pair of West.
Yep, a couple Ryanmans.
Yeah, pretty good all around.
Also, nice hand for Cyber. I'm working
Yeah.
towards a Tanyao Pinfu, I assume.
Yeah, would be the most logical outcome for Cyber's hand. Pezzy with the Haku is speeding along to a quick Ishanten, which would just be Haku, perhaps Dora.
Yeah, Cyber choosing to trim down the 6-7 man instead of dropping the 8-pin. Probably eyeing a 6-7-8 Sanshoku chance, but I think I would have preferred to keep the 6-man and keep 4 pairs just in case you loop towards a Chitoy.
Yeah. The Sanshoku's a little far. You're much more likely you're going to draw something around your other shapes than you are going to draw exactly what you need to fill in the Sanshoku. Yeah, and that's Tenpai for Pezzy.
Yep.
On the 5-8, so...
Yep, so both are going to give a Han, either Dora or Sanshoku. So this will be a 2-Han hand.
Yeah, managing to find, the exact right draws to grab the Sanshoku chance, so... It's worked out well. As for the weights, 1 8-so and 2 5-sos left, including the Aka. Probably aren't too likely to see players throw either, so it will likely have to be a sumo as well.
Unless Jay specifically draws all his other blocks, and I think he might just Riichi if he is the dealer.
Yeah, that's what you'd expect to see as dealer. Cuts the Ryanman shape.
I guess a lot of the 1-4 pins are out.
Yeah.
We see Ishanten for Cyber. Ryanman. Oh, and Ishanten for Jace as well. Oh, and that's the Takame Sumo. I lied. It's a 3-Han hand.
It did end up being 3 Han with the Aka. And that takes us directly into the south round. So, Frisky first up here. Pair of the Easts. Again, Riichi Fingers isn't in need of points, but you will obviously take what you can get to the last game as they do carry over.
Pretty ordinary game so far. Nothing too
Very
crazy. Just your
ordinary.
Riichi Pinfu Doras and your
Yeah, no
Yakuhai.
6 Honba South 3 100k point hands.
No Urabons, no Apatsu.
Yeah, it's been pretty average. No one's really had the opportunity to really put together a big bomb, as you say, yeah. But Frisky here, hands coming together, not terribly.
Yep, quite flexible. Can go for a closed Tanyao hand or can call the East if he gets it.
Yeah, East is pretty flexible, but Cyber does manage to fill one of their Hanchans, and Riichi's on the other, waiting on the Tuso for just Riichi only. No, Riichi Dora.
Riichi Dora one.
Some reason I thought the Dora was 6, not 7. So yeah, 3 Tusos left in the wall. Makes the wait at this stage not that terrible. And obviously, again, puts the pressure on the other players here.
Yep, Frisky choosing to shove that 6 pin into the Apatsu instead of dropping, let's say, an east.
Ooh. Yeah. So first the east pair, which will lose their pair. They do have the opportunity to draw into another weight.
Yep, lots of ways to get back. And actually now they have the 5, 6, 7. It's actually a good chance.
Yes. Forman here from Pezzi also.
There's Rayman for Frisky. Oh, likes to break apart the hand.
At least for now.
It's gonna be really hard to get back.
Yeah. There's this. Oh, yeah, like I said, it's
I think they'll drop the 5s there now that it's safe.
It does, yeah. Yeah, Pezzi, Frisky can afford to play a little bit conservatively. No need to nuke your score into the negatives if, something terrible were to happen. Of course, the table isn't to know that we are waiting on a Kanchan wait.
Still 3 left in the wall.
Yeah, still very live.
Oh, live Haku.
Yeah, bit of an awkward draw this late, but you got other things to work with. There's one of the Tusos.
Yep. Shan 10 for Jace with 1 Dora.
Yeah, I've been watching Jace's decisions here. I think they do feel a little bit of pressure to push a little bit.
I don't think they've had to discard too many dangerous tiles.
No. Just things like, say...
The Suji.
There's Suji and the...
Honors.
I think the South was still live. Stuff like that.
The South was live, yeah.
Yeah, so... Yeah, not big pushes, but yeah. But I think they're gonna fall a bit short here. Yeah.
Still can get to Tenpai.
Still can.
But now without a draw left.
Yep. Unless...
There's the last 2, sir. Well, another 2, sir. Okay.
2 mana. And that will take us to Rikoku of just Cyber Tenpai. Which moves us on to Pezzi, playing for Junken Ron. They are in leader points. First for now. Good starting hand to Dora. We've got an east, we've got a south, we've got Hanitsu chances. That being said, Cyber with a pair of salves, which is obviously the double salve for them. If one were to come out early, would make this a bit more difficult for Pezzi to play with.
I think Pezzi will keep most of the Yaku high for now. These hands where you have 2 Dora, you'd really like to pair up a Yaku high so that you can open up.
Yeah, the North Yakuhai makes it a bit awkward because you can't call it typically, unless you're specifically in a North seat. So you look for something else. You look for some other way to guarantee Yaku. You'd rather not, call and leave yourself waiting specifically for another East or a Hatsu.
We see Cyber decided to cut the 4-2, so going for Hanitsu, but that Aka 5 pin draw for Frisky puts him into Tenpai, waiting on the 2-5. So for Tanyao, Aka 1.
Tanya Aka 1 and
4
takes
left.
the dealership. Yeah, pretty good weight. But removing the dealership from Pezzi is obviously great. You just want to move the Hanchan along. You don't want anyone to go on a rampage and cause big upsets.
Oh, and that's probably that 2-0 is coming out.
Yep. Tanyadora moves us along to South Free. And Cyber with another Honitsu-ish starting hand.
Yep.
Four-man cut seems to indicate that will be the direction they go.
Oh, a nice Haku pair.
Yep, great, fine for them.
Oh, not choosing to like fully commit to a Honitsu, discarding the live West.
The West. Yeah, and passing up the 1 pin as well. I guess, seeing as the Fruto is Dora, keeping their options open perhaps.
That's fair. Oh, Aka 5 pin. I might just keep trimming down honors.
Yeah, Chun here would be acceptable, I think.
Never.
Yeah, never. Yeah, sacrilege.
Oh, we see Jace Ishanten for Pinfu also can accept a Dora.
Yep. Jace for Champon is looking to get onto the dealership as soon as they can and just run the points up a bit.
Oh, interesting 4-pin draw there for Frisky as 2-3-4. Sanshoku chance. Not wanting to cut the Hatsus in favor of a Tanyao. Oh.
There we go. There's one of them. Yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing a 2-3-4 for them.
Oh, the dreams could have been like Tanyao, Sanshoku, Ipeiko.
Yeah.
Dora 2.
Dora 2. Yeah, that would be big. Doras are still 2 left in the wall at this stage.
Yeah, we did see Cyber end up ching the 3-pin. Pretty awkward here because if they pawn the Haku, they'll have to drop the Aka 5 pin, and if they chi like the 4 or 7 pin, then they'll probably like drop a 1, so I guess.
Yeah. I can understand wanting to keep the Dora in. Here's the Hatsu offered and taken. So we can go into Tempa here for the 2-3-4 Sanshoku, and we do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 left in the wall.
No Khan. Khan breaks Ipatsu, don't forget. But yeah, this weight on the Forso is 1 left in the wall.
Oh, but awkward 7-man draw here for Frisky, but he decides to shove it.
Yeah, could have thrown the 3-pin, which was Genbutsu, but yeah. And Jace does find their Tempai also, waiting on the free 6-pin.
Oh no, Frisky, who do you want to deal into? Obviously he won't throw the Dora, so if he's going to keep Tempai, that Forso is coming out. Instead drops a 3-pin. Was safe against Pezzi. And there was a somewhat early 5-pin. Oh,
4-pin.
4-pin Tanki? Yeah.
There's the 4-pin Tanki. Which is 1 left. So Jigoku Tanki weight. We love to see it. And Tempai for Cyber on the Tuso, which is 0 left.
Yeah. Oh, that's a terrible 6-man draw.
You can throw the 2-man.
4-pin, I guess. Oh, 4-pin is relatively safe. But yeah, 2-man.
It's a bit, yeah. I guess the issue, yeah, I mean, luckily the 6-man came here. Now what? 7 pins, okay.
Seven pin? Yeah. Three man. One
I was
set.
like, I was trying to figure out with some sort of tempo, but it's not.
Yeah, nah.
Alright, Rikoku again with just Frisky, not Tempai.
That might end up being a really important Ryukoku.
Yeah, with how tight the points are, very important Rikoku indeed. So right now the point situation leaves us where? So we have Pezzy in first, just under 31k points. Cyber in second, 24.6. Frisky in for 24.2, and Jason lost 18.3. So yeah, I mean everyone's pretty much still in this Hanchan for sure.
Yeah, and also quite an important hand here, 2,300 in the middle, and just as you pointed out, all the points are so close. Those 2,300.
12k separating first and fourth essentially, so just made up with the points in the middle for certain. So any win here is big. Cyber gets the chance to call the Chun. Hand has a couple shapes left to fill, but is workable.
Yep, not too bad.
Frisky with an Uncle the Tuso. Couple loose other tiles. Pezzy as well picks up their north pair, which they can call for Yaku. Having just missed the one coming from Frisky's hand at 7, so puts together Jace's hand very nicely. Or helps it at least, rather.
Is it Shanten?
And Cyber, no, sorry, Pezzy also trying to catch up. Cyber with a Chi, filling in one of their awkward shapes. Is also now Ishanten. So Pezzy with a loose Dora in their hand will be one of the real significant points of whether they're able to catch up here, defend the lead they have. Cyber drawing one and immediately throws it, which is instantly passed by Jace.
Yeah, could have called and go for a Tanyao.
Yeah, calls off, it looked like, almost, certainly. So, no, that's clear the 7-1 for Pezzy. So, Cyber Tempo waiting on the 3 pin, or all 4 on the wall still, naturally. Pezzy managing to get their Yaku high.
And Pezzy Senpai also for the 3 pin now.
Yes, and Pezzy would head bump Cyber on the 3 pin.
Oh, Shanten for Frisky,
destroys
but delete them.
For
So-
Peitanki.
Yeah, 300, 500, but like I said
Scoop.
before, really important Zemo with the extra 2,300 in the middle.
Scooping all the points in the middle makes it almost worth like a free hand. And that
Right,
does move
Ola.
us to Ola. So Jace here, clear to third place, needs 6k, just under 5-9.
Yep, but this is his last dealership. I imagine
Yeah.
he'll need to win a lot more.
Yes. This hand does have the capability to get to a quick tempo. None of the other players have any callable Yakuhai immediately, but Frisky's hand is pretty quick also.
Really unfortunate for Frisky and Cyber that Manga and Sumo doesn't give them first.
Yeah, just a little short. Again, with the first being so big, you would really rather not settle for a second when you have first in your sights, but would need a bit more to get there.
Frisky is Ishan 10 for a potential 345 Sanshoku.
Yeah, Frisky's hand very quick. And this widened the weight, having cut the hanging 2 pin.
Actually, Ishan 10 for Jace as well.
Yeah,
No value to go with it, but as dealer with not that good of a hand. You really just want to win this and go to the next one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This hand isn't really worth getting too hung up over. You just want to win it and move it along.
Oh, I would have liked to see a 5-set drop from Frisky there to keep both the 3-4-5 and 4-5-6 open.
4-5-6, yeah. Might have missed it. Has the opportunity, but yeah, I imagine. Wouldn't think on it. It's just like, again. Drop it again. All the salves are still in the wall, which is Dora. That would be a significant draw by someone potentially.
Pezzy's already cut one.
Oh, did I miss it? Yep, okay, I didn't miss it.
Yep. Thought Jace might drop the 1-3 pin with 2 of the 2 pins already out.
Yeah, makes sense. Has the opportunity here.
Oh, it does take K10. Is that desperate? With 3-6 mons also discarded. Technically Tempai for Pezzy.
That does take it.
On a Jigoku 6-0, which is in Cyber's hand.
Yeah. You'd expect that, and you're probably just looking to upgrade something somewhere.
Yeah. Anywhere along the Sozi, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's any way for Jace to get like a Yaku here. But I don't think so. You're just gonna have to hope for Haite. Well, at least you keep your tempo, and that's what's important. Hopefully, at least.
Yeah. Oh, that's Tempai for Cyber. Stay Dharma, no Yaku, waiting on the Hanchans 7 pin.
7
Which
pin,
is dead.
one. Oh no, it is dead. Yep. Last one was cheed away, or sealed away by the chi rather. So this is probably going to Rikoku.
I'd imagine so.
Unless someone decides to get silly and try to deal in.
Oh, Cyber could have picked up Yaku there, but
Maybe just happy throwing the mostly safe Tusa. And yeah, Rikoku. Everyone Tempai. Sorry, I was making sure that was what I was looking at, wasn't it?
yeah, I didn't even notice Risky got Tempai.
Yeah. So we get to go again.
Better hand here for Jace.
Jace's hand is a lot more. That's even better.
Oh my god, what a draw.
Big draw. So now we're looking at some sort of Tanya, Dora.
Riichi.
Yeah, Riichi hand. Pezzy's hand for now is a bit slow. Lots of honor tiles have to work through. Cyber with a pair of Hatsu. Frisky's hand trending towards some sort of Pinfu.
Yeah, really huge opportunity here for Jace. Where's the pair for Pezzy? One cut already.
Yeah, one cut. So hold on to it for now. You hope you find the last one because someone will just chuck it, probably. But Pezzy with the lead they have right now, again, they're safe-ish. You just want to end the Hanchan out with, even just a sumo only. Cyber cutting the Hatsu pair.
Going for Tanyao. So with the Homba, actually, a Manga and Sumo now would actually give them first. So I like the fight. Oh, I was gonna say I was hoping Jace wouldn't call for Tempai if he got offered the pawn.
Yeah, Tanya Dora isn't great. But we do get to win.
Let's cash it. We'll see what happens. I think they actually get third now from that run. Yes.
They are third. Cyber dropping to fourth. 2.7k behind second. And 13.7 behind first. For Jace. Sand again isn't a terrible starting hand.
Yep. 2 completed Mentsus.
2 complete, yeah.
Maybe 789 Tanshoku.
789 Sanshuku on the table. You've got an Akadora. Is pausing quite a bit here. I hope this isn't a disconnect.
Or have we disconnected?
Ooh, that's not a good sign.
Nah.
Yeah.
A really unfortunate disconnect there. Hopefully he can get back in soon.
The South, he's back according to our spectators here. At least the South discard isn't the worst, thankfully. And yeah, he's able to keep playing the game. So we've got the Hatsu Dora here, one in Frisky's hand, one of each dragon obviously as well. Pezzy picking up a pair of dragons, which they can call for a quick Yaku. Obviously, noticing it's the Dora indicator can make that a bit more awkward. Oh, Frisky pairing up the Dora.
Will probably come out from Frisky pretty soon.
Cyber filling a Kanchan shape in the Sozo.
Oh, Hatsu Anchor for Frisky.
Sometimes you just draw it all. And Frisky, all of a sudden, with an absolute bomb of a hand. Not only do you have free Dora, but it's also Yaku. So you can now call to open the Manzu shapes.
A Mangan Sumo would be enough to get first.
And so yeah, Pezzy managing to open with the Haku.
Oh, Tenpai for Cyber.
10, but Cyber filling another Kanchan shape is Tenpai on the one Forso, of which there is 5 left in the wall. So pretty good odds on here for Cyber.
Oh, but Tenpai for Pezzy.
Tenpai for Pezzy also, now waiting on the 4 pin, of which there is 2 left. Jace connecting a 6-so to their 5-so, but you probably need to look into dropping a pair here, so 9 pin does come.
Oh,
and there's the 4 pin.
Sumo.
So Pezzy sumoing with the Forso will carry victory in this Hanchan. Frisky managing to hold on to second, Jace in third, and Cyber in 4th place.
Yep, and really good for Jace that it didn't end up being a big enough sumo that the dealer penalty dropped them.
Okay, noticing Pezzy didn't even seem to be in the Discord.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we'll probably pass on the...
Yeah. So I guess we're probably passing on the interview. So with no replay, we'll probably just see to jump into another game. I'm assuming they're running.
I believe there should still be... Oh.
Sorry, that's just the old page.
Oh, whoops. Turns out I never invited Pezzy into the Team League channel.
Ah, well that won't help things, that's for sure.
That's awkward.
It's like Frisky might be posting the log now, but I'll take us into this other game here. So this game is table 2. So we've got Furitan Double Reach, Crimson Wanderers, Pinfu Powers, and Oishikanare here. South 4, Trayton for Pinfu Powers in first with 51k points. AKTK for Oishikanare in second with the last dealership on 34. Chewy for the Crimson Wanderers in third place, and that would put Nazo for Furitan Double Reach in 4th place with a measly 800 points, which hurts. As for how things are standing, obviously Oishikanare is, from my memory, in the bottom half. Yeah, they are second last. I don't. But I keep mixing up them and Crimson Wanderers because they're both reddish on the page. Crimson Wanderers, however, they're doing well here. So AKTK looking to AKTK for Oishinare would be looking to run this score up a bit if they can. They've already got one Honba. The hand itself, it's not too far from Tenpai. The Hatsu in the hand will make things a little bit awkward this late in. It's only two cut, but he does throw it now. Chewy with a pair of Chun can call, but Chewy would probably be looking for a little bit more. The gap is a bit wide. It's 20,000 points, so it would be hard to overcome that in one hand with the shapes that they have currently. Lastly, Trayton for Pinfu Pals. Pinfu Pals are mid-table, if I'm remembering correctly. 11th. So, good first for them, but obviously any more you can run up is great. Unfortunately for Nazo, Furious and Double Reach probably be grabbing a fourth here. The hand is Ishanten. And that Chun comes in, doesn't even pause for Chewy, so yeah, not even contemplating calling that. That's Tenpai now for Nazo. But if they throw the 6 pin, it will deal into AKTK, who dissumers it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Tanyao, Dora. But retains the dealership and takes another Honba stick on the table. Now only 12,000 points behind first place. To the point. So, many different ways they can overtake here. The easiest obviously being a manga, naturally. The hand's a bit slow though. Got a completed Ryanman and the Pinzu. But other than that, Hatsu helps a little bit, but in terms of value, not as much. But obviously, when you're in this situation, Orasu, you're just trying to win.
Alright, I am back. We see that our scores are completely the opposite of our previous game.
Yeah, it looks like this game's had a little bit of bullying going on. Trayton here for Pinfu Pals will hopefully be picking up a nice bunch of points for them, but AKTK is threatening Oishinare in much more dire need of points. Yeah. Unfortunately, based on how the hands have progressed so far, it's looking a little bit unlikely that they will be able to cash in. And Chewy now picking up a pair of 2-mans. He goes for the Chitoi Ishanten.
Surprised they didn't keep the Suwanku chance open.
Yeah, so Crimson Wanderers in third place. Obviously safe right now, but it's a pretty flimsy third place. You would like to try and make a come around victory if you can. 3 pins really good for AKTK. Now Ishanten, but not much value though.
Alright, I have managed to get Pezzy. He would like to have an interview after, so we can just finish this hand and we should have enough time to quickly go over the previous game.
I'm just going to quickly grab up the replay on my other monitor, just so we have it ready. We'll have to make
AKTK still looking for that Hatsu. Oh, which Chewy just draws one.
So Hatsu is still live. So that might save Chewy here. And
By for AKTK.
Yeah.
Oh, but Tenpai for Trayton as well. 2, 3, 4 San Shoku chance. And both waiting on the 4, so last Hatsu does get picked up by Nazo.
With this 4th place, you were trying to make some points back, but now with 2 Riichis on the table. Feeling a little unlikely, especially with the Hatsu. So, just to go over the situation, so the Hatsu would deal in to AKTK, which would take us to another to South for third Homba. The Forso.
Really big Timo there from AKTK. And hits an
Finds the
Uro for the
Uro.
manga.
So AKTK now taking first from Trazen. And this hand, wow. It's a nice starting hand.
Whoa. But it could be better.
It could be better. Right now we've got a pair of East, pair of South, so either can be Yakuhai and take you through to another win. But we do have the back off chance of something more.
Yeah, will they drop the 7 and 8 man here? Nah,
No.
it's gone.
AKTK, I feel, is a little bit too
Disciplined.
practical. Yeah. Disciplined. Yeah.
Makes sense to just try and win the hand. Trajan's still obviously within range to snipe first back away from AKTK.
Yep. Right now with the score gap being just under 7,000, you're looking to just try and win another decent hand here, widen it up a little bit more, make it, at least make them work for like a Mangan or something to take it back. Or more if you can. So this replay we got was from Pezzy. Just making sure I have this all ready to go, because
No, I just noticed that Pezzy is playing in the next set of Hanchans, so
yeah, that makes things a bit awkward.
maybe he'll win the second Hanchan.
Yeah.
Though we aren't watching him, but
No,
we might be able to get him in later.
Just trying to catch. Sorry, while this has been happening, so Trajan did Khan and then Riichi waiting on their own Khan tile. So that's naturally dead, but does put the pressure on AKTK, despite having made 3 calls, is not Tenpai, refusing to Khan here since Trajan has Riichi'd waiting on a completely dead weight. And as well as that, Chewy has managed to find Tenpai of the round, waiting on the 3-6, just pretty live still. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 left in the wall.
Alright, I was just messing Pezzy. Pezzy, I just overheard you saying waiting on his own card.
Yep. There's the free side. That will deal into Chewy. It's a really interesting.
Actually quite a big run there.
Yeah, so Chewy managing to get back a little bit of more points here for the Crimson Wanderers. We'll take the third. Trayton managing to hold on to the second in the end. Naked TK clutching the victory for Crimson Wanderers. I'm just looking at it. So Trayton said he was in a rush. He's literally outside.
Yeah, I think Pinfu Pals had some scheduling issues this week where
it seems that
players
way,
weren't fully available.
So with that, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Are we starting the next games immediately?
Yeah, I believe we'll start them at 9 since Pezzy finished earlier. I don't think any of the players from this most recent table are playing. Actually, Chewy is. I think he'll be happy to just play.
Yeah. I'm just trying to just make sure exactly I understand what's happening. All right. Yeah, I know that Photoshop is having strife. Please go away. So I'm just going to quickly set up the next game here. So bear with me. If I can click any of the right things, would be great.
We can take a few minute break.
Yeah, I'll quickly throw us on a couple-minute break here, stream. We'll be back in like 2 to 3 minutes, alright?
Yep.
Don't go anywhere. Alright, we are back. Thanks for your patience there. Sorry for the abrupt AFK. And yeah, our table will be getting underway here in 2 minutes. Everything should be up to date. The other game that ended there, which was table 3, ended with a victory by Urasan. FA Agents in second, Order of Sparrow in third, and Junkan Sumo in fourth. So unfortunately, Junkan Sumo do get slowed down a little bit there by the fourth. They were obviously in eighth before that. Oh, sorry, Junkan Ron was the one that won the beginning, not Junkan Sumo. Yeah. Come on, British teams, help me out here. Right now, as we have it standing, Urasan were better have taken the 8th spot. Junkan Ron now 50 points behind them. And Pinfu Pals in 12th are only 100 points behind that. So all those teams are well within,
less than 100.
Less than 100, or more or less. Junkan Sim and the FA Agents, Junkan Sim is only 30 points behind Pinfu Pals. So, that's not much in the grand schemes of a first place. But the FA Agents, a little bit more off the pace. A bit more
I think you're not showing the standings on the stream.
I should be showing... Oh, I'm just going off the overlay.
The overlay. Oh, the overlay is updated. Fantastic.
Yes, yeah. That's what I do between each game. I update the overlay. I can even update it properly and make the Hanchan count go up. There we go. 22. There we go. That's actually 21. I never noticed that earlier. All right. Looks like yeah, one game waiting to start for Tile Dreaming, but that's being sorted. In this game, however, so Junk and Sumo, obviously, Mercedes in the first dealership have been looking to pick up a big win for them. Itsu Unko in 6 have made a bit of a resurgence, helped by yours truly last week. Puritan Double Reach still up in 4th, and the Crimson Wanderers in 3rd. So it'll be a game of positioning for some of the topper teams, and then Junk and Sumo with a dark horse will be looking to take it all away. And we start with Mercedes' first dealership here. Pair of Chun, one Arkadora. Not too much else going on immediately, so might just see a quick call and then try to get towards a Tempai and cash in on the Chun and the Dora. Miura's hand very quick. Immediately throwing a pair of the Dora because you don't need it with the amount of speed you have. 6, 7, 8 Sunshoku chances on the horizon.
Yeah, I will say as a preface, Mura is like half dead, so good luck to him.
Yeah, so Mura he's an American, right? No.
No. He's
No.
Melbourne.
He's Melbourne.
He didn't sleep too well, so yeah.
So I mix up Mura with Aaron. Not
Aaron?
Not Aaron. Ariande.
Aaron.
Yeah.
We did see a Haku pawn from Axel. Did pass the 1 pin that was dropped by Mura.
Maybe just absentmindedly clicked off it. Maybe
Alt tab
thinking something
issues.
else. Yeah. Yeah, the old tab. Oh, hey. Issue.
We used to
Chewy
Ishan
also-
for Chewy though. Yeah.
And Mura also just waiting on this Manzu shape to really fill in. Sorry, I'm just making sure our stream was going correctly, and it is. Alright. Actually, I had a weird bug when I started stream, and it tried to cancel the whole thing and wipe the stream, so that was very cool. We're good. Yeah, so we're just waiting here for whoever manages to fill their remaining shapes, basically. Chewy with an extra Freeman for now. That doesn't help. Mercedes, the dealer, has the slowest hand, still waiting on a couple awkward shapes here to fill.
Yeah, still the Chun's in the wall somewhere.
Probably really hoping to see that come because, yeah, it's probably the only way you're going to be able to catch up.
We'll see if they decide to call like a 6-0 or a 5-man and go Adasuke.
Yeah, it's feels a bit dire. That helps Chewy a little bit.
Yep, can get pinned through more easily.
Okay, and there is our first Tempai. Axel waiting on the 1-4 pin.
3 in the wall. And can't really be used by any of the players.
No, so you're most likely gonna see a 1 pin get thrown if it's drawn.
Ishan 10 from Mercedes. Oh, that doesn't take it. Wants to have the 7-man pair in case they can get the chin.
Yeah, I guess that does make sense. It's the other, has another choice, but yeah. East is thrown. There is Tempai from Mur. No, it's not Tempai. No, it's not Tempai.
Oh, 1 pin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes out to the Haku only from Axel and moves the dealership along. So Mura opening up with another pretty strong opening hand. 2 Dora.
3 Mensus.
Yeah. Very, very nice starting shapes.
But what's going on with Chewy? Pretty nice. Chanta, Junchan, Honro.
Honro.
San Shoku.
uh, Jinroto.
Oh god. Oh, Aka 5-man draw for Muro puts him into Ishante and just needs a pair.
If we see a 1-man draw here from Chewy. Ah!
Oh, that is such a sad draw.
Is Tenpai now on the 3-man, of which they are
Oh, and it's
3 in the wall? This might come
going
straight
right now
away.
from Mercedes. Oh. The
Just
Jincha.
done only.
But did shut down that massive hand that was building for Mura.
Yeah, Mura's hand is so quick, and Chewy just managing to draw exactly what they need, call at the right time, and shut everything down.
It would have been funny if Chui could get like a 9-man or a 1-man and pick up that Sanshoku.
Yeah, there was so many draws that could have been great. Or even calls. But yeah, unfortunate. Anyway. These 3 for Axel.
Really quick Hanchan so far.
Yep. 2 quick Hanchans we've had on the stream so far. Axel got a 3-man Anko.
No.
Oh, that is a 2. Yep.
That's a 2.
That is good vision. And Mercedes filling every Kanchan that she
really
needs.
nice 7-man draw. Ryanman, Zamin, Chan, Ishanten.
Yep. And you can just drop the chun as soon as you find what you need.
Chui with a pair of Hatsus and the double 5-pin Dora.
And Mura with a 1-2-3 Sanshoku on the table. Is looking for a pair still.
Nice 7-0 draw there from Axel, puts him into Ishanten, but even better 5-pin draw for Chui.
Yeah. 5-pin is great for Chewy here.
Ooh, somewhat awkward here. Does decide to cut the Hatsus and go for some sort of pin through Tanyao Sanshoku. The Tenpai for Mercedes waiting on the 369 man. Which immediately comes out from Mura.
Had a safe choice in the 1-man they could have thrown, but
Yeah, but they were Ishanten for Sanshoku.
Ishanten, yeah, exactly. So risks it. Riichi Ipatsu for Mercedes. Pin through as well, sorry.
Yep.
And catches back up. East 4 for starting here for Chewy. Again, the shapes aren't terrible. They're not great. No one really has great starting hands except for Muro, who did start with Haku, pair of salves, dragon tiles, pairs, you name it.
Chooses to cut the 6-pin, keep the Honitsu open. Or even Toy with more Yakuhai.
Yeah, exactly. Good chances here for Mura to maybe pick up a very expensive hand. Chewy are locking in the 7-man Anko.
Oh, bit of a backfire there for Mura.
Yeah, but yeah, as you said, maybe just keeping the option to Honitsu open, you know, what are you gonna do? Mura also, an East, which he's already thrown, so throws the other one. 5 for Mercedes. Hey, that's what you want to see from your Alka 5-man draw. So now you've got the choice. Do you want to go for Hansu or not? Choosing to at least hedge it for now. Throws the chun.
Oh, what a 7-pin draw for Chewy.
Chewy finding the 7-pin, filling in the shape, getting the Riichi 2-5 so for Riichi only. Oh, sorry, Riichi Dora.
Riichi Dora, yeah.
Yep.
5 left in the wall, including the Aka 5 so. Mura pawns the south, but it's still Ishanten. But it's Sumo from Chewy. So Riichi Sumo Dora.
No,
Dora.
But tidy, tidy 6,000 points plus he gets the stick back.
Yep. Pretty decent hand again here.
Yeah, pretty decent. Door acceptance is generally nice shapes. Mercedes, bit slow, but does have the opportunity to disrupt the loose Yaku high tiles and find something.
Yep, did also just draw a nice 8-man.
The 8-man, yeah. That's what you want to see more of, and yeah, it just keeps coming. Mura, 2 Dora, 3, 4, 5 Sanshoku chances.
Yeah. That 8-9 pin Penchan's a bit of a bottleneck right now. We can see all 4 7 pins are actually on the board already. So
Yeah.
probably needs to pair up that 8 pin is the best case scenario.
Probably based on how the draws go, you might see that get cut next anyway. Goes with the 9 so first. That's perfectly fine too.
And not much going for Axel this hand.
Yeah, no, Axel's hand's pretty standard. Just been clearing away the edge tiles and the loose tiles. Holding onto a north tile just in case, since it is Yaku high. Pon from Chewy did end up throwing away Vedora, but still has the Aka. Ishanten now.
Oh, Tempai.
And Tempai.
I say 3 man. 1 left.
Yeah, only 1 left. The last 3 man. And there it is, but that's gonna come down because it's just not fitting to hand at all. Daniel Aka. And we continue with Chewy's dealership here. Pair of Easts. One of them loose in Axel's hand for now.
But a strong hand here for Mercedes. Haku pair, 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku chance, and a Dora. Oh, but cuts the 2 pin. Oh,
Cuts
pretty
the
early.
2 pin.
Does not believe in the Sanshoku.
Maybe this early didn't quite catch it. These things happen sometimes. Mura's hand also pair of Wests. Leaves the hand open to calling, but is otherwise already close to Tempai.
Yeah, North Pawn from Axel, but still needs a bit of help. That 8 pin should help, but they decide not to call it, wanting that 7 pin as the pair right now.
And holding on to the east as well, which is working out for them for now. Slowing down Chewy's hand.
Ishanten for Mercedes.
Yep. Couple different ways Mercedes hand can go here. We've got the Haku pair still, obviously. But can maybe find some weird pin through hand if things go perfectly right.
Probably not, since they could skill on the 5-1-6-0, so like... Yeah, any tile which connects to it is just going to be Tempai.
It's just going to be Tempai,
they take a Riichi.
yeah.
So Riichi, Dora, Takame, Haku.
Haku, both Haku still left in the wall. Neither of the 5-mans are.
Yep.
They both the 5-man should be safe. Mura's got the Aka, and Axel just with the Rianman shape. But now you've left some Axel rather. Has choices first. The 1-so for now, which is Suji to the recently discarded 4-so.
Yeah, really awkward hand for Axel because you're really nowhere near Tempai and there's a Riichi on the board.
Yeah, now that East in your hand is just a big liability.
We see Chewy also pretty much folding. So it's really up to whether Mura draws some nice tiles. But I can see him folding pretty soon as well if he draws anything dangerous.
Yeah.
Can drop a safe 2 pin and keep Ishanten.
Yeah, goes with the 5 pin. Which is half Suji. Maybe missing the 2 pin efficiency.
You get some slightly more flexibility if you like pair up the 6 or 8. So,
Hmm.
but they are for written on the like the 1-4 pin, so probably not actually. Oh,
There's the Arca. So now you've got the choice. So cuts to 6-man, which was
which is safe.
safe. And the East also just got thrown, which will clear the way for Axel and Chewy to get rid of those tiles. There's a 7-man now for Mura, which would have connected up to 6, so might indicate probably a fold.
Yeah. 7-man was actually reasonably safe since Mura could see all the 6-mans on the board at the time.
Gee. But these have come. Oliver Haku's still in the wall?
Yep.
Yes.
Just one more draw for Mercedes. And doesn't get it.
And you can't
Are they
imagine a
both in the dead
Haku
wall?
will come out
Nah.
if it is
no way.
drawn. Yeah. They can't both be dead walled, right? That's so unfortunate.
And they
Wow.
are.
Rukyoku with Mercedes, the only one keeping the Tempai, takes us into South 1. So Mercedes here for Junkin Sumo, looking again for a win for her team. This hand is a hand that can at least get you a win.
Yep.
Not too much value right now, but yeah, like if you don't have the value, you just win with it and you come back and you try again.
Meanwhile, Axel with a pair of chuns and tons, lots of Manzu, probably
Yeah,
going to head towards that Hanetsu.
Chui passing the Fasatsu, unless he just drew it.
I didn't see,
Yeah.
but Chewy would be the type to pass it.
Yeah, Chewy does tend to play that sort of direction. Mercedes cutting the Kanchan shapeshift and the Manzu.
Axel
Says-
not going for the Chitoi Ishanten, instead going for the Toy Toy Hanetsu.
Toy Toy Hanetsu, very, very strong hand pair for Axel. So currently both Chuns and both Easts are still dead walled. Sorry, not dead walled, in the wall. Could be dead walled, that'd be really funny.
Chun was cut by Mercedes on turn 2.
Oh shit, Chun was. I'm missing things. Left, right, and center. Yeah, so decent odds here for Axel. Picks up a South as well, throws the Arca 5, so
Second Hatsu comes out, so Chewy decides to pawn that, putting himself into Ishanten. 1-man draw puts Axel into Ishanten. 7 draw puts Mercedes into Tempai, waiting on the 2-5, sir.
2-5, so which is 4 left in the wall. Decent odds here for Mercedes to Sumo.
And we see Axel just going full speed ahead, chucking that 6, so chucking that 8, so.
Yeah, I mean, Axel does have the choices here to take a more safer route, but yeah, with the value you've got in this hand, potentially, just full steam ahead. Now Mura with the decision here. They want to cheat this Friso. Would have to probably go to the 2-pin first. 2-man is also potentially coming out.
That's Tempai?
Yep. Into the Hanetsu or Chinitsu, no fear.
Oh, second Chun gets locked by Chewy. Oh, and both the tons. But somewhat scary spot here for Chewy.
Chewy with a lot of dangerous tiles, yeah.
Alright. 3 6 pin is 4 5. Oh my
You're-
god. Chewy. Oh, and Tuzo is gonna deal in. Unless.
Mirror's been playing a little bit safe here. They had Tenpai on that 9-pin draw with no Yaku and threw it back immediately. Obviously he's Tenpai now as well, but
Wow, but correctly folds. And Arsenal draws a Tuzo now. And deals in.
deals in, yeah. Well, you've pushed everything up until now. Riichi pin through Ura for Mercedes. Brings us straight back into contention for the match. But this starting hand is a little bit awkward.
Hatsu pair, one
Hatsu
Dora.
pair, Dora, it's got
Which-
chances.
Immediately comes out from Axel. I think he might have autopiloted that one.
Yeah. You just see, oh, and he said, I didn't need this at all. Let's get rid of it.
Yeah.
Mirror's hand also is got chances. This has a few shapes it needs to really fill.
But Chewy's looks the prettiest.
Chewy's hand is very good. We could see Chitoi Tanya.
Oh, and Mercedes did pair up the ton, which now comes out from Chewy.
Doesn't take it.
Would lose your pair, but it
Yeah.
would be a Mangan.
And you can find another pair.
Yeah.
But preferring to play a little bit more conservatively.
Ishan 10 for Axel. And Chitoi Ishan 10 for Chewy.
Mura still working towards that.
Also Ishan 10 just needs a pair.
Yeah.
Oh, nice 5-man draw for Chewy. Kengo, Ryanmin, Champan. Oh, 6-0 can get pawned by Mercedes, but also doesn't take that. And that's Senpai for Mura waiting on the, I don't know, Tanky Kanchan 6-man.
Yeah.
The super Tanky.
Probably trying to find something else before they hit the Riichi button. Never feels great if you have to Riichi on on something like this 6-man. Under the thought pass for a moment there whether you Riichi Vatanki Haku.
Would be pretty
There you
big
go.
brain. It does get the upgrade now. Or 7-man. 3 of the 7-mans can be seen from Mura. But he does take it for Riichi Pin Futanya. Tenpai for Arthur also. Danmen-chan. I think he should push this in 4th place, and he does.
Yep.
Waiting on the 147 man.
147. So you see 1-1-1 left.
1-7 and a 4.
1-7. Yeah.
Oh, for Tenpai for Chewy as well, waiting on the 5-8 though, which is 4 left in the wall.
Yeah, and Mercedes now left on the outskirts.
Oh,
And?
and also Sumo is a 4-man. For Riichi Sumo, Sha, Aka,
For Mangan.
and Mura must be really tilted about that.
Yeah. It's not great because of, just having your own outs feels bad, but the hand kind of worked itself into that situation. But Mura has the dealership now, so they can work to regain the gap back. Only 9k behind third. But the hand
Dora-
is a, yeah.
3 from Axel here, 4 pairs, so could go for Chitoi.
Chitoi feels pretty decent chance for this hand because the 1-pin pair and the 5 so's could see some toy things go right. Mura's hand, a lot
On a penchant.
of penchants, yeah. Probably wants to keep the idea of the 789 sort of shape alive, but
Oh, another pair for Axel puts him into Ishan 10.
yeah, and we could see realistically a dragon tempai here. Although
I do think you should commit to it. Your pairs are a bit
yeah,
wonky. Yeah.
keeping the free pin means that you throw the dragons, and then you find one of those, and then you miss your Cheetoy chance. You just commit to it because you can't really make much else from the hand.
I see a 3-pin chi here for Chewy. Actually, somewhat surprising for him with the like 6/9 mon Artazuke.
Yeah, I guess Chewy maybe feeling like wants to keep the hand sufficiently quick.
Oh my god, Murrah threw the 9-pin and immediately drew the 7-pin.
That would be tilting. I mean, it is tilting. We've all been there. So yeah, choosing not to cut the Sozo Penchan, maybe you can draw back into the Pinzu shape.
But this is where you draw the 7, sir. I would just give up on this hand.
Oh no, that's
Oh, Tenpai for Axel. Wait on the Chun. Yes. Dharma's
Chuntanki, Dharma,
Cheetoy Dora
Cheetoy,
3.
Dora 3. Big hand here for Axel.
Okay, Murrah does manage to draw back a 6-er. So it's Ishan 10. Oh, and Axel Sumigiri reaches.
Sumigiri
Here comes
Riichi.
the Apatsu Sumo. Uritu.
We have buffered it.
Oh, that's Tenpai for Murrah. Does get the E-Peiko. And obviously Riichi's, but is Furi 10
Is
on the
Furi
6/9
10.
pin.
On their foolish decision to cut a Penchan.
So 2 6-pins left versus all 3 churns. And
Not
obviously Axel can't deal in.
Yeah, not looking
That's
too
one.
good here for Mura, that's for sure.
1v3 now. Oh,
there's
and
the
there's a
churn.
churn.
Yeah.
The Riichi Cheetoy Dora 3. No, but
So remains just a Hanuman.
a costly Hanuman.
Yeah, very costly. Mura now in a far fourth with no dealership left. Will need to do a fair bit of work to get themselves back into this Hanchan. But Axel with their dealership now in first.
But Chewy chasing him behind.
Yeah, Chewy not far behind, all things considered. Chewy with the better starting hand as well. The pair of Chun Dragon Tiles.
2 Dora here for Axel though, so hoping to
Yeah.
pair up one of those Yakuhai.
And Mercedes with pretty average shapes. Yeah, got an Epeka chance in the Manzu.
Yep.
And it looks like Mura's at least trying to head towards a Hanitsu or something similar. Going for obviously the higher value hand. With realistically only 2 hands left, you need to, yeah, you need to hit something big.
At the same time, just winning a couple hands here and there is also
Yeah,
nice,
it's not.
rather than bleeding to simmers, let's say.
No, exactly right.
That is Ishan 10 for Axel
For
now.
Axel, yeah, the hand's coming together pretty well.
Would have to cut a
Yeah.
Dora if he gets the Tenpai right now.
You're probably fine with that.
Yeah. But will he cut a Dora for a large upgrade? No.
choosing to cut the pen, John?
Surprised they started with the 2-man since now they can't fit in the 3-man.
Hmm.
Oh, that's
Chewie
Senpai.
fills their Kanchan.
South 3-so is fully live.
Fully live, yeah.
So Riichi Dora obviously wants the South for the double South.
Double South would be huge. And Miura now forced to cut the honor tiles. But it has worked their way into a Honitsu hand. So thankfully fits right into Axel's hand.
Not Tenpai yet.
No. Has cut shapes just to play a little bit safe. Now we'll have to work around the Manzu. Mercedes in the meantime did manage to fill the Ipeco shape. But there's still a bit away.
Oh, Axel Tenpai.
Tenpai, yes. So you've got the 5-man weight or you've got the 4-pin, 9-pin weight.
4-man, 9-pin.
Sorry, 4-man, 9-pin.
6-man is more dangerous, but you do get the Dora. Instead, cuts the Suchi 4-man, waiting on the 5-man.
2 left.
Which there are 2 left, including the Arca.
Oh, and Mercedes did catch. Waiting also on the 5-man.
Yep, for Riichi Ipeco. But the South comes out from Mercedes. The Riichi Double Nan, Dora. Mangan, with 2 other Riichi sticks from other players.
Does put him into first. Yep. So now Chewie, with the first to defend, 1900 back to second with Axel. Mercedes and Miura probably out of the talking. Their hands don't look anything special right now, so yeah, Mercedes looking towards a Chanta, maybe. It's not going to be enough to make up the deficit, unfortunately, so probably a 2-man race here for first, second.
Yep, Chewie looking to rack up more points with a nice Tanyao.
Yeah. Chewie starting hand again, just very, very great. And there's another good find.
Looks like Axel opening up, wanting to go for that Tanyao Dora 1, which would be enough to grab back first.
Yep. Tanyao Dora 1 enough will just manage to steal first out from Chewie.
Chewie with an amazing Ishanten here.
Yeah. Doesn't look like Mercedes or Miura are going to do anything specifically special with the hand. Holding
3-pin Chi offered to
yeah.
But not. Oh.
Nice find. And that's good for Axel too.
Yep. 2 Shanten for that Tanyao.
Chewie does find a Tenpai on the Sanman-chan.
Unfortunately, doesn't pick up the Pinfu or Ipeco. 3, 6, 9-pin. 9-pins are gone.
Yeah, 9 pins are gone. 3 pins are 1.
2 6-pins.
So 3 weights left.
Oh, Ishan 10 for Mercedes, but unfortunately, whichever Tenpai they get will deal in.
Yeah. So Mercedes with 13k, sorry, 13k ahead of fourth. You'd probably not want to deal into a dealer Riichi.
Oh, but deals in. On the Takame Tanyao.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Tanyao.
Yeah, it didn't raise the hand value that much considering there was nothing else with that hand.
Yeah, it is lucky in that sense for Mercedes. So now, Mercedes is math, please. Just about 9,000 ahead of Miura. Meanwhile, Chewie has opened the lead up to just under 6,000. specifically is what 5-8. Back to second. So Axel with a bit more work to do, but did wake up with a hand that can do it. 2 Akadora, Tanya on the table.
Zimo would be enough. If he opened.
Hmm.
We actually see Chewy's Ishanten Chitoy already.
Chitoy and holding it to a Chun, which is 1 card. 1 pin is obviously, terminals are always pretty good.
Oh, 4-man draw for Axel.
It's a good find.
Probably a 2 so. Trim down the number of blocks.
2 so or 7 man, but probably 2 so.
Since you keep that 3 so anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it
That's
does take the pawn now. Oh, but cuts the 3 pin. Interesting.
Yeah, I guess maybe just trying to leave open the idea for more pawns just to get, more chances to call.
Not sure.
Viewers managed to build towards another Honitsu hand, holding up to Dragon Tiles to maybe grab some extra value. The Hatsu is 2 cut though. Haku's alive, Chun is 1 cut. But obviously the other Chun, one of the other Chuns is in Chewy's hand still. Who is floating the Chito Ishanten. There comes another Chun. From Mura. 7 pin for Axel. Should probably just come back out. Live South Tile for Chewy. 1 cut. But he does cut the Chun since it would be Jigoku weight if he did happen to find it. And now 10 pi for Axel.
Takes the Kanchan 6-man.
6-man, which 3 left from their perspective is 2 left.
So it does need a Tsumo direct hit to overtake Chewy.
Yes.
And Chewy enjoying the life that is Chitoy
Chito
Ishanten.
Ishanten, yep.
Since like turn 3.
6-man
but
here.
6-man comes out. Axel thinking about whether to take the run or not. Does in the end. Tanyao, Akatu.
Akatu, 42.
To add on to a 2nd place. Yeah.
Yeah, just falling a bit short of Chewy, unfortunately, but secured a 2nd. Mercedes holding on to the 3rd, and Mura bringing in the 4th place. So, big win here for Chewy. And I see, yeah, he is keen for the interview, so we'll grab the replay. Hello, Chewy.
What's up, Chewy?
Hello.
How was that game?
Congratulations. Yeah. How's the game?
Guess it was not as interesting as some of the other games I've played. There's some interesting games this season. So yeah. But yeah, it was I guess kind of more standard, more chill.
Anything specific that stood out to you?
Yeah, so maybe I kind of don't remember. Let's go to
We can find it.
Yeah.
Maybe do you guys have anything interesting to point out? Because
Well, I remember there was one hand you ended up opening up for a Tanya. I don't remember which hand it was.
the Kanchan 3-pin, right?
Was
Yeah,
it
it
Kanchan
was,
3?
yeah.
I thought. Oh, maybe it was.
Yeah, yeah, that one was a little bit interesting because you would expect me not to cheat there, right?
Yeah, I think you had a 7-8 man. And I was like, oh, that's not very Chewy like.
Yeah, well, the reason is I think it's actually quite hard to win the hand if I don't cheat. And then I had my pair was safe into the dealer, and then I was also holding a 2-soul that was safe into the other 2. So I didn't actually end up winning that hand, but I remember that was the reasoning.
God, I'm looking for it.
Can't find it.
I have a bunch of Pinzu shapes in
Yeah, I know,
inside
and
of my hand.
that's what I'm looking for, and I
Was
just
it this one? No, I think it's that one just now, maybe. Probably not.
It was probably like South 1 or East 4-ish.
yeah, that's what I've been looking. Is it here? Is it just later? No.
No. I thought I saw a hand with a lot of Tanyao tiles.
Mm,
This one?
no, it's not this one.
Not this one.
It's
There it is.
This one. Yeah, there we go. Found it.
It's later than I remember. Yeah, so. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I sort of thought when I saw you take it. I was like, maybe he's a bit worried that the speed will be a bit too slow.
Yeah, well, it's because I think my 1-4-soul ramen is not very good. So it's kind of like a fake 1-4-soul ramen. 6-9 is still okay. It's cheap because I'm in first place as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have enough safe tiles if someone reaches that I'll just fold. So I'm not really, this is not a very offensive chi. Like my 7-soul is not safe anyway, so I'm not losing any defense. My defense is the 2-soul and the 2-mon. So it's just, I don't mind winning a cheap hand because I'm first and I
Yeah.
still have some defense in my hand. That's kind of it.
Okay. Pretty interesting. I think, yeah, like you mentioned at the start, the game itself wasn't too interesting, maybe
Yeah.
from your point of view.
Yeah, because the last game I won, not this one, but not like this week, but previous week, there was a game where like someone sumo dealer Yakuman, and I managed to come back and still win after someone else sumo the dealer Yakuman.
Oh.
Yeah, but this one I think it was pretty standard. I think
Yeah,
got a
this-
few
this-
big lucky hands, and it's kind of like there's not too much point movement as well, so
Yeah.
nothing really crazy.
Like until this hand where, who was it? Not Mura, Axel. Until this hand where Axel won this Hanuman Chitoi, there wasn't really, there wasn't too explosive. Like there was a bunch of small wins, and the points sort of just shuffled around. And
I mean, we can talk about one of the other hands. The one where I won a Mangan after Axel won, so it's that one.
yeah, this one
probably.
here, yeah.
The double south one.
Yeah.
So actually, start of the hand, I wouldn't meld the south as well. So my hand is not very good here. So I just turned on skip south, and then maybe we'll go a few more turns. A few more
And I'll
turns.
see-
I think I want to talk about the 4-soul cut. Yeah, so I cut 4-soul here. Like, might be seem a bit strange, but I just cut 4-soul because my it basically is only absorbing 2-soul, and I just think that the 2-5-8-soul might not be very good because from what I think the tournament might be doing is like Sozu. So I'll just like confirm my pair, and because it's double south, I definitely want to make double south my Yaku.
Yeah.
So I just confirm my pair. All the Manzu, I'm not sure at this point which Manzu I will draw. So I'll just keep that open.
To just keep all of them. Yeah. Okay,
and
fair enough.
then I keep the Haku because if I draw the Haku, I can make a Mangan open, like an open Mangan.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I'll keep the Haku as well. So I just like keep everything, and I
Then
don't
just
know.
tossing it here when you complete the rearmament, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of. I think the 6-mon is still good to keep. The Hanchans 6-mon is still good. So, yeah, and then I can potentially draw 6-mon, 8-mon for Sanshoku even. But I think this is just, yeah.
Yeah. And then here you lost the Sanshoku, so you just cut the 7, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, but you pick up a Dora.
You pick up the Dora. Yeah.
Yeah, it's better to pick up the Dora even. And then I will just Riichi anything, whatever way I draw. So I don't cheat the 2-mon, obviously, because it's too cheap.
Yeah.
So I just Riichi anything I
Riichi, whatever, and you just
Yeah.
were you? And I guess you take anything here. Like you don't. The South came in the end, but you take the free so anyway as well.
Yeah,
I
well, if I'm
imagine.
Riichi, I would take it. But I think
Yeah.
I don't remember if in game I turned off skip pawn or not. But
Yeah, we definitely noticed you kept turning that on and off as you go. Like I remember early on there was a Hatsu that came, which was immediately skipped.
yeah,
I think
I
a different hand
generally,
entirely.
yeah,
But
I generally like skipping to like not let other players try to lag read.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's about it.
Yeah, I guess speaking about that, if we quickly, I found it. If we go to South 1-3,
Mm.
this is the Hatsu that got skipped on like 10-3 or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like I don't think I'll ever take the Hatsu here because my
Okay.
shapes are too. I think my shapes are just too bad. I have like some
Well-
chance, and I mean it's arguable that I can take it, but also I don't prefer to pawn as north seats. It's slightly occult, but also I will generally just not pawn as the north seat because it gives, well, you shift the draws to the dealer and such. And also I don't like to pawn for my upper because it's not like your draw's about to come anyway. It's not like as efficient of a pawn. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Right. Okay.
So this is like just not pawn this, and I think my shapes is not that good to pawn.
It's it's
Like, well, someone would just say it's Ishan 10 with an upgrade on a 4-man, but
Yeah.
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 Hard to say.
It's just because later on, the other Hatsu came, which was I think you pretty much snap called it. Yeah, just when you.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, at this
So-
stage, you felt a bit better about your shapes.
Yeah,
or-
so basically I thought the Sozu shape was good because my upper is doing Honitsu, so my upper will basically drop all the Sozu for me. My Naiman is safe into the dealer as well.
Okay.
Although I do end up folding, and I was a little scared of my Naiman dealing into my upper, so yeah.
Oh yeah, actually we can go through this because it ended up being a really precarious position for you. You kept drawing some dangerous tiles.
Oh yeah, so yeah, first you had the two
so-
so here obviously, but
Do you remember how you were feeling when you were like
Oh, I just
playing
like
this hand now?
I just see. Oh, I have Genbutsu. I'll play the Genbutsu.
yeah,
Okay, I
That's
didn't notice if
Genbutsu,
you
that's
had full
Genbutsu.
Genbutsu, but I
Yeah,
think you were
like,
basically
all of
down
my
double.
all of my things were Genbutsu until I played the Naima, which I was like a little iffy on at some point, I think. So I played the
Yeah,
Naiman because I didn't know if my upper was Tenpai or not. But if there was Tenpai, there would be Tenpai on 6 Naiman. I think here no, I was concerned about the Naima before, but then the 4th Amon just came out, and then I played the Naiman. So everything was Genbutsu actually.
Yeah.
sure, yeah, okay. See,
And then now, yeah, there's 4 months out, and then I'm just like,
Sure,
okay,
yeah,
I have 9 months.
for Naiman here, Five
Yeah, I
just
think
passed.
you got really lucky that like
And
the
then 6
tiles
soul and
just
9
came
soul is
out.
also.
Yeah.
6 soul and 9 soul. No, it's really good here that I draw everyone's winning tile because, like, if you're the person that falls, you actually want to draw the people's winning tile so they don't sumo or whatever.
Well, as long
If-
as you have
if you-
safe tiles.
yeah. As long as you're confident,
Safe
yes.
tiles. I'm not too many winning tiles in my hand, but it's nice to have that happen.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think there was not much else.
That was all I can
covered.
specifically remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Just pretty normal bronze.
Yeah.
Look at that, just 2 simmers and 9 bronze.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well. Yeah. Well done for
we
you.
can also talk about the Chinroto hand.
Oh,
These
yeah.
two. I was just like, you know, turn 3, turn 3 Tenpai, turn 3 Tenpai. It's pretty good, and I won pretty fast as well. But then my hand looks kind of nice.
Yeah. This was.
Yeah.
I mean, it sort of started as whatever, and then you just found all the right things.
So yeah, I just drew 9 so I have 4 of the Chinroto pairs. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And then the hardest free so was so sad.
I don't think it's that sad. Actually, I think it's quite good.
I mean, now that you can see Toyman's hand, I think you're pretty happy that you got this quick tempo and Wonder hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. There's also 2 people call, and also the
Yeah,
door is
yeah.
not an edge tile. So...
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
I'm assuming you would have pawned a 9 man and cut 2 man.
After.
If it came out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the slash of the door call.
Cool,
yeah, that
cool,
makes
cool.
sense. Yeah, I guess that's it from me.
Yep, I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
GG's.
GG, well
Thank you.
played,
Oh,
Kiwi.
I guess I'll just say, just in general, oh wait, no, you're not from Oishikanai. I keep pairing you with Nosti.
Yeah.
But, wait, where's my standing? Crimson Wanderer's in 3rd now, so
Yeah.
nice first place you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really helps
Also,
solidify
I
your
don't
third,
really
I
get
think.
how Riichi fingers just keep getting first, and they're already on like 500 points.
Just win.
Just win.
Just win. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, thanks for joining us, Chewy.
Alright, thanks
Yeah,
guys.
well played. Have a good night.
GG.
All right.
I'll see if we can get Pezzy
yeah, see if we
quickly.
can get Pezzy in.
over that.
Now I'll grab the replay again. Actually, I already had the replay saved.
That's if we remember anything about this game.
It was another game where the point situation was just sort of very solid. Like there wasn't a lot of movement. Sorry, start with this amazing hand. Hello, Pezzy.
Welcome.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
All right. First of all, congratulations on the win. Did you have any thoughts on the Hanchan as a whole when you played it?
For the first Hanchan today?
The first one, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I felt like I've been unlucky on my tips. Like, I'm not the greatest player. And I felt like I've been playing against some quite strong people. Like, I recognize names. Like, last week, who was I playing? Like, Nosti and just a bunch of people I know are very good. And I thought,
Yeah.
let's bring them back down to my level. Like, let's start forcing them to play fast and aggressive. And if they fold, great. I can just scoop up some small points. And if not, they're more likely, to like chuck, go fast, get smaller hands, and I can then I can start playing defensively.
Right.
And that was my general game plan. I don't know how effective it was, but
In
it makes them be as gremlin as me.
In this Hanchan specifically, he came with the mindset that you were gonna open up more and just sort of play like a very fast-paced game. Then
That was generally my mindset. Yes. Once I sat down and saw who was there.
Ah, yeah, sure.
You have some tables where you don't know who everyone is. You want to feel it out, how the table's going to go. That one, I went, okay, I need to make my presence known.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. I mean, I remember specifically in this Hanchan, like your starting hands at the start were just very good. Like you got this one here.
Oh my god, the first hand made me so angry. I had to actively try and not tilt.
Yeah, this was. I remember this here because you ended up with Cyber here on to your right, just winning this Shah only hand. You just couldn't find.
Like 10-5.
Yeah.
So discard.
And then again, like this hand again, pretty nice. I mean, you won this one, so eventually. I'm trying to remember because the Hanchan itself, it was kind of, I guess, as a game, it was pretty unremarkable.
I think there wasn't big swings. I think is what it felt. It felt really tense because there was people were very good at folding.
Yeah.
But there was no like, oh yeah, no, here's like someone just slamming a Mangan.
Yeah, we see 4 Ryukokus in this replay.
Yeah.
Some really small hands. Not even a single manga.
Which we said, like, that was my goal going into it. Like, let's, like, force them to play Sanma.
Oh, sure, yeah, okay.
This hand you got.
I love
nice
this hand.
Aka 5 so simmer.
This was so beautiful. Like, I was looking at hands like, okay, how do I get value? Oh, there's a Sanshoku. I've got my Yakurai. And then I was like, it doesn't matter what I get. I get my Like I either get Dora or I get Sanchoku. Perfect.
Dora or
And I
Sanchoku, yeah.
get the best draw.
Yeah, absolute best draw, yeah. And I remember noticing as we're looking at the hands, of like, what have we got left? What have we got left? And I was like, oh, yeah, the Arc of 5 so is still here. We can get the Arc of 5 so. And
You know what? As I say, better lucky than good. Sometimes.
you need a bit of both when it comes to Riichi for sure.
Oh, 100%.
And then, like again, it's hard to do a lot of questions about it because a lot of it was just again straightforward. Like you'd win a hand and
I think it was
got
all
your
last.
you called it. Yeah.
I think the tensest part was always all last here. You know, where because of what I was doing, it also meant that any dealing could lose again. Send me to last.
If it was big enough, for sure, yeah.
Oh yeah, like if dealer just goes on a rampage, if I just deal in like twice to dealer, then suddenly
yes, yeah, exactly.
Bad.
And I mean this one did have the potential to go nasty. You see, who was this to your left? It was
Mercedes.
Mercedes.
No,
that wasn't.
No,
Mercedes.
I
It
wasn't.
was Frisky.
Yeah, Frisky. That.
Frisky did this Dora Anka.
I would say I good on it because I made it in last hand and all last from last to first.
At any point
Having
were
a
you
Dora Anka.
considering, maybe dealing into, this Riichi here or anything like that?
I was actually trying to find a way, but I felt like I think a lot of the ways that would have been dangerous to the right would have been dangerous to the left. Like I was trying to spot, this hand's terrible, but when it's just a reach and no, Dora's been discarded, like
Yeah,
like
you don't know where they
Tanya,
are and
like even if it's like Tanyel, 2 Akka, 1 Ura.
Then all of a sudden,
that's
you're not in first anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah,
Manages to mow and seal the deal.
Yeah, and then I just get lucky and then in the game.
Yeah, I think it was really important in the latter
the one
half of the
before it.
game. Well, just in general, that a lot of the Ryukoku's Pizzy
one
was
here.
Tenpai before.
yeah.
So, you're not bleeding points and you managed to hold that first place for quite a while.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, like I was actually going into the later, in South rounds to try and, okay, now I can aggressively fold and try and push bigger hands. Now I've set the pace of the game. Well, I mean, obviously everyone's setting the pace. It's not just me, but that was the influence I was trying to bring. And I went, okay, so now I can just try and make big hands, try and stay Tenpai to catch someone out, like if they just reach on reach only.
Mm-hmm.
And just try and nab, a Dharma Pinfu off them. And then that just happens to mean that I draw a triplet and then be like, okay, I'm folding. It happens to stay Tenpai.
Yeah, no, that was
this
pretty well played. Yeah.
Yeah, this was the first formal game we spectated of you. You got a first, and then in your second game that you played, you also got a first. So
That
something's
second
changing.
game, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you didn't watch that second game because I played like trash and got Sanhanko Dora 3.
Hey, I mean,
Just get lucky.
In all last, yeah, like that game, I just went, this tile's dangerous. I should never discard this. I can fold safely, and then I discarded it anyway and dealt into a Mangan for no reason.
yeah, I mean, that's how
I
it
still
goes.
managed to hold on. Well, with those two firsts, you managed to put Junkenron up into 9th, just slightly below Urasan in 8th place. So definitely
Nice.
putting your whole team in a good spot now.
Yeah, I'm coming for you, Gemma.
Yeah, we love to see it. We love to see it.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for joining
yeah.
us.
Yeah, well played tonight.
Hopefully we'll watch another game of yours in the future and you can get another first.
Well, I can't wait to disappoint you.
All right, thanks for joining us, Pezzy.
Yeah, have a good rest of your day. Bye. All right, and with that, we'll bring us to the end of tonight. I believe you've updated all the scores at this point from what I was just seeing on the other monitor.
I'm gonna hope that someone did.
Oh, yeah, someone has. Yep. Okay, probably Jaden, I guess.
Yeah, probably Jay.
So yeah, as you pointed out, Junkenron has managed to move up into 9th place here. Well, actually, they were 9th going into it, I think, weren't they?
Oh, maybe.
I'm not mixing this up, right? No, it was Junk and Sumo. They did start at 8th for the start of tonight, I thought. They kind of taking that. Maybe I'm just misremembering. I must be misremembering. Either way.
No, you're not.
Either way. So yeah, the fight for the playoff spots is after this night has opened up even more. As we sort of mentioned at the start of the stream, like anywhere from like 3 to 12 is well within easy reach at the start, and because you can see based on how things have settled, positions have shifted all over the spot. Urasan Bebetter is sliding to 8th. Itsu Anko now in danger of falling out of the top 8. Tile Dreaming used to be up in 3rd and then now in 6th. Like, over the course of a couple weeks.
Don't worry, the cutoff is Itsu Anko's comfort zone.
No. I mean, Itsu Anko, up until a couple of weeks ago, you guys were in the bottom half. Having that sort of run of bad form.
Yeah, it was more a throwback to last season where we just got through in like 7th or 8th or something and ended up winning.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all it takes is that one ticket to win the race, as they say.
But if we look at the schedule, we can, in addition to Pezzi's game, which we didn't watch, we also see Pigio managed to get a first place for Tanya Sensation.
She fingers of another second.
Yeah, so still keeping up that positive streak.
Yeah, no, Ichi Ushiping is having an amazing season, as Chewy pointed out. They just seem to keep winning and winning and winning. And we'll coming back into tomorrow. We'll have our first night of 3 games, so we'll still be starting at the same time, but going an hour longer. So, just not
more Mahjong for everyone to watch.
More Mahjong for everyone. Yeah, exactly right. So yeah, we'll be seeing you again tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed tonight. Thanks for joining us.
See you all